Oh shit, we got a seat. All right, I'm putting myself on mute. See you later. See you on the other side. Okay. All right, cool, it works.
Confirm. Confirm. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another Timespinner Randomizer race. I hope everyone is feeling good tonight. I am your host, Llama, and I am joined by the wonderful Jim the Eternal.
Aww.
We will be dropping the gate on the hour for our runners. And, oh, nope, AeroRaiser's not ready, so we will not be dropping the gate on the hour. So how are you, Jim?
I'm doing great. Timespinner tourney season just makes me very excited about everything. So I'm in a good place. I'm excited to commentate on some matches, and I'm excited for the future of the tournament.
Awesome. I am very excited to see how this goes. We've got quite a bit different flags this time around. We're starting with Quick Seed, which means we have our dash already. We have that Talaria attachment that makes you go fast. And we're playing with some newly developed flags, if, Jim, you'd like to describe some of them.
Oh yeah, I love this. So in keeping with the theme from last year, just making things more spread out and more random, we have Prism Break. The way Prism Break works is normally in order to get through the military hangar, you would need to beat the 3 bosses in the past, whoever's at the Maw location, whoever's at Alana's location, and whoever's at the Golden Idol location. Now, each of those laser gates are an item that can be found anywhere in the world. So, the laser gates could be in a random chest, the laser gates could be behind the laser gates, anything is possible.
We might not even see Lab.
We might not see Lab. Yeah, that's the other thing that I love about this is just like last year, it is now even more likely that we're not going to see Lab because of Unchained Keys and Prism Break together.
And as well as Enter Sandman. So
Yeah.
we might just go straight to the pyramid right away. We have access to the 3 different time zones through a pickup that can be found, a Twin Pyramid Key pickup, and it'll tell you Time Worn versus Mysterious versus, was it present or modern Time Warp.
Modern.
And
then the other new thing that we've got going on this year that's not exactly new, but we've got the Oculus Ring I Spy flag turned on this year. So all of the breakable walls in the game aren't breakable until you find the Oculus Ring, which is the thing that in-game lets you see where breakable walls are, which means a lot more abandoned checks, a lot of really interesting routing. Like, this is the thing that really does it for me, is I'm very excited to see what decisions our runners make and how they decide to route in these checks afterwards, like when they decide to backtrack for stuff. It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Also, I hope that our runners remember that despite having our warp points, you can get to the present if you have the wheel and spindle.
Yes, that is the other new flag. Thank you.
It is a thing that we forget quite often. Hopefully, our runners will not have trouble with that. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties on one of our runners' side, so we're just going to keep talking, I guess.
That's fine. So I guess we can introduce our runners a little bit.
Mhm.
Weffjebster has been in the community for a long time, been either running or involved with this tournament for as long as the tournament's been around. I think he had a 3rd place finish in 2022 and a 5th place finish in 2023. So I'm
Mhm.
hoping to see good things out of him.
He's also contributed to the randomizer itself, specifically damage randomizer, which we are playing with. Hopefully we will see some plus orbs early.
Mhm.
Otherwise, this may be a lot of suffering.
Yeah. AeroRaiser, also a long time runner, member of the community, been around for quite a few previous years, and maybe playing a little bit behind. I think he's got some stiff competition here. But on any given Sunday, anything is possible. So I hope AeroRaiser pulls the upset.
There's a Odd Garrett got it. The negative 15 seconds is just to match the 15-second countdown in our racetime.gg room. Some runners like to have it match the racetime GG room. Some runners like to start at 0. It doesn't matter as long as they both start at the same time.
It's looking we might have to do a restart for the runner, so we might be sitting here for a bit longer.
Yeah,
anything
apparently
you want to see from this seed, Llama?
I was just going to mention, apparently, poor AeroRaiser's PC decided to update something, and now their controller is not connecting. That's
Woof.
not great. Well, I am always a fan of Regret Chest, just because I am evil like that. Personally, I really like Wet Regret Chest, because it takes forever to get there.
Oh yeah, Rising Tides really does a number on Wet Regret. Rising Tides, for those not familiar, is the flag that allows certain areas to be drained that would normally be filled with water, or certain areas to be filled with water that would normally not have water there. So for the Regret Chest in the middle of the pyramid, down that extra long vertical shaft, it's just, an exercise in patience.
Yes. Most people will skip it initially, especially if they don't have the Celestial Sash, which helps a little bit with that water movement going up. But it's just a hole full of regret.
The thing that I've been seeing that I'm actually really interested to see more of is a lot of single jump light wall seeds, given the way that the progression has been scattered around. So there's a bunch of different sources of vertical, right? There's the double jump, there's the light wall, there's the celestial sash, there's the time spinner wheel if you want to get really technical about ways to get to places. But I've seen quite a few seeds lately that have been the only vertical available for most of the seed is just light wall, which is such a pain to use.
Yeah.
So this is the evil that I am trying to will into the world.
Especially how easy it is to put yourself in light wall jail. I love that emote.
It's so good.
That's your emote, isn't it?
It is actually. I put myself in jail one time too many, and
it's a wonderful emote. It's been getting a lot of use in this tournament. It's just so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, of course, I'm always a fan of Final Boots. I think everyone in the community is a fan of it, despite Boots being a little annoying to fight with a lot of HP because he is the only boss that has 0 weaknesses, only strengths, but he's also the first boss in the game, so we're always happy to see him being a little chonky boy at the end.
Yeah, let's give Boots his time to shine. Personally, I've been a big fan of seeing Cantorin in one of the final boss slots.
Oh.
Because that is a really, really technical fight, especially when he hits for 100 at a time.
Yeah, that's a little evil. Because Cantorin's fight assumes that you have a lot of mobility by the time you get to him. And that's not a guarantee in the randomizer.
Oh, it's really not. I mean, what with Unchained Keys allowing you into the pyramid from the deeper pyramid spot, the inner warp, which means you don't need vertical to get through the pyramid, you could potentially get to Cantorin with not a lot of vertical, which is scary.
Let me think. You could technically get there without any vertical, I think. If you were just stupidly lucky, like you got like all of them all of the gears and spindle and wheel in early areas, and then you get the good teleport in the pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
That's just your seed. You're done.
Right? Open up that door at 10 minutes, and then good luck with that fight.
Let's hope that does not happen.
Right? I don't think we want to see that kind of jet seed. I mean, that'll put the runners into fighting a 4,000 HP boss with not a lot of levels or equipment under their belt. Like, there's painful and there's painful, right? Like, I am happy, willing this evil onto our runners, but I'm not sure that I want to have to sit through it.
Mm-hmm. Zarian ending spots also are quite fun because you have to go through the entire sealed caves to get to him and then fight a boss that has a lot of chunky HP just for one check.
So I know they were talking about putting the riskier warps back into logic for the beacons. I don't think that's something they've done yet. But
Not
that would
yet.
that would be the warp near Zarian in Modern. That would be the upper warp in Emperor's Towers.
Yep.
And I believe the warp that's past the laser gate for the lab, right?
Mm-hmm. AeroRaiser started his game?
Yeah, it looks like he's preloading a seed.
Uh-huh,
Let's see if he's
preloading a
actually
seed.
ready.
It worked! Huzzah. Alright.
All right, sounds like we're in a good place here. So
We're almost there. So, yeah, there's some evil that they could do with allowing unsafe warps.
But fortunately, we're not going to have to deal with that today. So
Yes. And AeroRaiser is loading a seed just to make sure that they have that first seed slowdown cleared out of the way.
and I think that's everything we need to get started. Right?
All right, they've readied up. I'm going to good luck, have fun, and drop our gate. And once this stream catches back up, we will continue on with our race here.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what this game is, Timespinner is a lovely little pixelated 2D Metroidvania. You should absolutely get it. It's got a great community. It's available on most platforms, but if you want to play the randomizer, you do have to own Timespinner on your computer. Usually Steam version is the one that works the best.
And yeah, a fantastic game. From the interface, it's kind of a love letter to Symphony of the Night, and the mechanics are worth coming back to.
And we should be starting soon. I see I have
I love this stream delay. So one of the interesting things that I've been seeing is routing choices for the very beginning, right? Whether they go left or go right, whether they go up or go down. With the Unchained keys, players have the pyramid key right at the beginning. So they have the ability to get to a warp and tag it for returning to it later. Put that on hold as we talk about the orbs.
Oh,
So we have Shattered Minus.
though there was... Oh, okay, never mind. Jin Inferno's best spell in the game, but I was going to say, if you're going to have a minus orb, Shattered Orb is not that bad in the beginning, because it hits multiple times. And you can't do less than 1 damage, so you still don't have too bad of damage with Shattered Orb at the start, if it's minus. But getting Jin Inferno, once they get a few aura ups, they're going to have no problem at all for damage.
I think right at the beginning, as you say, the aura meter not quite large enough to really take advantage of the Jin Inferno glitch. The way that Jin Inferno works... Whoa.
Okay, then. We got our
put a
double
pin in that
jump.
too.
Fire Source as well for Jin Inferno. We got our double jump. And you mentioned the Jin Inferno glitch. This is one of the only glitches that is allowed in our randomizer. And God be
Great, keep going.
because it's almost harder to not do the glitch than to do the glitch. Basically, if you cast the spell and then cast it again before the first meatball leaves the screen, you will just cast it for free.
And when you have barely enough aura to do 2 casts, that is sometimes tough to keep going. So as they get a bigger aura meter, they'll definitely be able to take advantage of that for the boss fights. But I wouldn't expect any of them to take any boss fights that early. One of the things that we've been seeing so far in the strategy for this new set of flags is boss fights are kind of optional. You know, you fight a boss and you get one check out of it for a couple of minutes work, and sometimes it's better to just go get other chests.
Got a
Did you
peek
see?
I looked at the other screen.
Ah,
Oh, there's a gear up
there's
there.
a gear. Wow, this is a lot of progression early.
Oh, there you go. And we have a drained Lake Serene. This is just
Interesting.
wide open. We have divergence already. We got weffjebster going to Lake Serene and AeroRaiser going to the right, either into the caves or the castle.
Mhm.
I think both of these are good choices, especially since you have double jump so early.
Mhm.
Like, there's
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
much that is closed off from you right now.
Right. AeroRaiser taking sort of the more traditional route, heading right into the castle towards the basement loop and towards Ilana. And weffjebster taking advantage of the drained lake, taking advantage of the double jump in order to get up there and burn some vines and, just see something else. See something in a different
there's
place.
the wheel. There was the wheel over in, not Bat Ledge, but the chest on its way to Bat Ledge.
Yeah, so that's 2 pieces of the time spinner, and as a reminder, we need all 5 pieces of the time spinner plus some method of accessing the pyramid once we get to the end, or once they have all 5 pieces. So pyramid access can either be the mysterious warp beacon, or it can be access to the lab on the other side of the laser gate.
All right, AeroRaiser going down into the caves here without the water mask. Not necessarily a bad thing, because you do get a free warp out of here. And you might come back up here anyway if you go down through the oh gosh!
Yeah, this is a really interesting choice for AeroRaiser. I've seen people take this play when they feel like they're behind, as these are 2 checks that a lot of people won't go for without having the water mask to get the rest of the checks down here. So if there's something good here, AeroRaiser will get it way before Weff will. You know, if this has like a Celestial Sash or something, that's going to put AeroRaiser in a spot where he's just going to be zooming in areas where Weff is going to be moving a little bit more slow.
Yes, we're gonna see who finds the Celestial Sash first, or at all.
At all. Nothing too good here for AeroRaiser, so I think this isn't exactly paying off. But it does, as you said, give him that warp back, so he's not put too far out of the way.
Yes. Just sort of wide open. This is a little hard to keep track of.
weffjebster cruising on the way towards the Azure Queen spot now, one of the easier to take early boss fights, I think.
Yeah, of the bosses in the past, it is the first one you run into. So, and it's a cheese fight.
We love Ifrit. So with the Teleria attachment, it is relatively easy to get inside Ifrit's hitbox before he starts fully forming. And if you duck here, there's nothing he can do to hit you with as long as you position yourself correctly.
Sometimes I feel bad for him.
Yeah, he tries so hard, and
He's doing
here he
his
is-
best, man.
Here he is getting taken down by Blade Neutral.
Just hold on. It's so funny when you have, like, something he resists and it's minus, and so you're just whittling away.
Like, imagine trying to use Jin Inferno against him there. Like, that'll work.
Yeah.
It'll just take a while.
Just takes a while. So we got our castle keep area over on AeroRaiser. Empire minus, that's unfortunate.
AeroRaiser showing off the time stop with the time spinner wheel to get into that the bombardier spot and make it easier to navigate some of these enemies. That's a pretty cool use of time stop.
Yep. Small note, the Blade Orb is plus.
Is it plus? Okay.
Yeah, he's not resistant or weak to it. It's just the orb was plus.
Okay.
So we're gonna see Weff probably pick up that wheel along the way, basically everything that AeroRaiser has. But I'm not afraid for AeroRaiser missing that gear because it's right there on the ledge.
Yeah, so the gear is the only thing that Weff has that Arrow doesn't, and it's in a very obvious location. Once Arrow heads in that direction, which I think will be relatively soon. Bombardment nice. I think will be relatively soon once he decides he's done with the castle.
Yes.
But it's whoa, another gear. Wow. Yeah, this may turn into a jet seed. We've got 3 pieces of the time spinner available so far.
Yep.
And no infinite vertical yet, but the double jump is going to make movement very, very much easier to manage.
Yeah, you can already see it on both the runners' sides. They're just jumping over enemies, zooming along. It's very, very nice to watch, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good movement with the double jump here. Weff using it to cross the moat. Did AeroRaiser check the moat spots?
Doesn't matter if he didn't.
Doesn't matter. Yep, nothing good there.
There are exactly 5 pieces of the time spinner, and Mikey Met has filled us in on which parts. So we just need to find the spindle and 1 more gear.
Here we have an open basement loop.
Yeah.
Frequently filled with water because of the Rising Tides flag, but now open as it is in vanilla.
You know,
so
this is people's basement flood. It's okay. They'll get to it.
This is, again, like a very common routing choice here. It's kind of a loop, so it puts you right back where you would normally be. Oh my god, Oculus Ring.
We got Oculus Ring.
Right back where you would normally be, and it's pretty check dense.
That's actually really good to get in the middle of this, because there is a place to use it right here.
Oh, that's true. Wow. Oh, the progression is coming fast and furious this seed. Yeah, early Oculus is a big deal because it means that a lot of the areas that you might have to backtrack to get to if you didn't get it early.
And a laser gate access.
Oh.
So that's
number 1 laser.
That's the prism break that we talked about, where laser gate access is now in items. That's 1 of 3 that will get you to the lab.
Man, is this going to be a jet lab seed?
I could only hope.
Like, we could find a spindle in, underneath the golden idol. We could find the last gear in that breakable wall room underneath Ilana. And then they just have to go to the present.
Mm-hmm. Fossil Blade Plus is not bad. They do have Jin Inferno, so I doubt they're going to... Oh, nope. Yep. Gonna change. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
My bad.
So I think a lot of spells come down to preference. Like, everybody recognizes how powerful Jin Inferno is. A lot of people also really like Colossal Blade because it's something that they used in vanilla. It's one of the earlier spells that you can get in the vanilla game. And it's really effective for when you pick it up. Like, it's pretty powerful. It covers a lot of real estate. Sharp is just a good weapon type. So I think a lot of people are comfortable with Colossal Blade in a way that they may not be with Jin Inferno or some of the other more objectively effective spells. And comfort goes for a lot.
It's also very cheap of a spell. And being plus means it's going to scale exponentially. It's a multiplier in damage randomizer, so the more levels, the better. Cantoran, though. Oof.
Arrow making the choice to check this boss fight. I think a lot of people these days have started skipping the Golden Idol location. So this could potentially be an intentional gamble. This could just be the routing that he's used to. Just more familiar, so might as well keep doing it.
We'll see if weffjebster follows in step.
Yeah, this is a hard fight for
They do have blood minus.
That he has access to.
Blood minus is minus, but Cantoran is weak to it, and it does track him, so it makes it easier to hit him when he's up there.
Yeah, I think this is the correct decision for Arrow, given his tool set. Just not spending the extra time to fight that
Weff
fight.
didn't even look. He knows he doesn't really have the levels, doesn't really have the options for orbs. Like, they do have a few plus orb options, but not many types in plus.
Right. Yeah.
A bit...
Ooh.
Mysterious Warp Beacon.
Yeah, that's going to be a big deal. A Valetian Crown on Arrow's side is actually going to be a decent source of damage. Not the best for a helmet, but still a lot more effective than
they
wearing nothing at all.
Lab glasses on the Chaos Road ledge.
Okay, so this is the first one that Arrow is equipped, so maybe Arrow didn't realize that lab glasses were something that he picked up.
Could be.
Oh, Arrow doesn't have the Royal Ring, so he's not going to be going to check. He's not going to find that Mysterious Warp Beacon. Oh, no.
Oh, no. And because he's doing this spot, it might be a while before he comes back and checks that.
Yeah, this is that is a room that's easy to fade. It's orphaning with the royal room, mom's room as we tend to call it, is something that not a lot of runners will go back and check. Right? It's the kind of thing that, like, going back to check the royal room is a little bit of a gamble because it takes you a little bit out of your way. Maybe once he gets warp shards, it'll be easier to do that, and we'll see kind of what direction Arrow's going to take. But missing that beacon is potentially a big deal if the progression keeps flowing as fast as it has been.
Yes, we're doing a rapid clip. Having that warp beacon and light wall and double jump, it's looking like they don't need much more to get to endgame. It depends on which areas of the final area are flooded. Oh, so close. There you go.
Yeah, he does still have the light wall, so
Yeah,
infinite vertical is still there, but
yeah,
really good time spinner usage. Man, I love watching Weff play.
Yeah. I love everyone in this tournament. Everyone has like their unique style, and even the newbies are giving it their all and giving the veterans a run for their money.
Absolutely. We saw some really, really good performance from Lady Bun earlier, who's, new to the scene as of this month, which is incredible.
Yes. It's very exciting. Oh, oof.
Wow.
At least...
All right, well, we have Jin Inferno.
Colossal Blade, Light Wall... We got options here.
Mostly in spells, though. Like you were saying, the melee orbs kind of aren't doing too well. Although Weff is in a better position with Blade Plus. That's not an orb that AeroRaiser has found yet.
Yeah, it's... oof, ouch.
Cool.
Arrow's having trouble with the tower skip here.
Yeah. That Ice Wizard causing problems.
Being annoying! I was going to say, before we noticed we got Zerion, that if the Regret Fall Pit is flooded, they don't need infinite vertical, and they just have to hope that the final area, the final boss, is not flooded if they don't find the water mask soon.
Yeah, flooded pyramid would actually be a hard stop on their progression.
Mm-hmm. Imagine if this is a search for the water mask.
Oh, jeez.
That would be amazing.
We've graduated from Spindle Hunt to Mask Hunt. weffjebster making actually short use of Zerion, short work of Zerion. I know my words.
You'll get there.
I think, yeah, I think his dip to the left is actually paying off here. He's not very far behind Arrow, despite having gone in different places, right? Arrow also made a few gambles and lost a little bit of time checking out stuff that didn't quite pay off.
Also died to the twin spot.
Yeah, that's true.
We got a throw stun spot, but I think Weff got hit and then canceled it.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I think there's a couple of different animation cancels. But the thing that I think has been working...
Interesting. I was going to say,
yeah. Go for it.
You have to watch on AeroRaiser's side just for a few minutes to see the yeet trap in action.
But I think Weff's early dip on the left side gave him some combat potential that that AeroRaiser hasn't had, right? Like AeroRaiser didn't find that early blade, which is basically the only decent source of melee damage that we've seen so far. Well, Radiant's pretty good. I'm a Radiant opponent.
I love Radiant. There's a reason why I chose the qualifying seed that I did.
I see.
But also, I thought it was an interesting path. But anyway,
it was an interesting path, absolutely.
I like Radiant a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Radiant. So we've seen a lot of variety in spells, like a decent variety of spell options between Light Wall and Jin Inferno. Ooh.
That'd be fun. Spindle!
Oh no, and the Spindle! Wow, that's one piece short now, right? Weff has picked up the gear that AeroRaiser's picked up.
Ooh, just got it.
Wow,
that
is
thrown in the wall.
Immediately into the wall. That is a nifty light wall usage. That was a good method of getting the chest there. That struggle juggle chest.
V-key card. They do have the spindle and the wheel now, so they can get to the present.
Yes.
They don't have the tablet yet.
I wonder if Weff will realize the past wheel and spindle warp to the present is something that's been a relatively recent addition to the game. And we've added that flag to this tournament. It wasn't present last tournament. So there's definitely a possibility that Weff, that it slips his mind and he keeps looking for a modern beacon that may not even be present in the past.
I think there's a high likelihood he's going to remember.
Yeah, Weph's pretty good.
Quite a few of us have forgotten enough that it's in his mind.
Oh yeah, once other people have forgotten enough times, you tend to start remembering yourself.
AeroRaiser picking up that gear just on the ledge there. And Weff continuing on through our Caves of Banishment.
Yeah, AeroRaiser now getting to these checks that Weff saw earlier on. So AeroRaiser, Weff didn't have Oculus when he got here. So I plus is actually huge.
Really good. I plus is really good.
Yeah, possibly the best, maybe second best. There's an argument, but it's a very, very good melee orb, especially with the jewelry box allowing you to use the cooldown glitch, kind of glitch, to reset the cooldown on your orbs and fire it at ridiculous speeds.
And technically not a glitch because the developer intended it, if you so felt like it.
We do love Bodhi. But yeah, that is a tool that Aero has in his kit that Weff doesn't. So
Weff
that may
using
help
a little known fact that you can just grab onto the edge of that little hole where the elevator goes through. So if you have double jump, you can just cling and not need a light wall to get out of there.
Pretty good.
And there we go. Using our ancient pyramid, just what if it's there? What if it's there?
Yep.
What if it's there? That'd be amazing.
I think everybody in the scene is traumatized by last year's qualifier seed, where this was the final piece.
Ah, dang.
Yeah.
Weff going for regret?
In chat.
Oh. Weff going for regret.
We have Oculus, and coming from this side, it's in logic.
Yeah. The stuff here, though, hits rock hard. Like, oh. Gotta be careful tanking that health.
Weff, making some decisions here, eventually choosing to hit the save. Thank you for Weff.
Stuff hits real hard. I do want to make a note, there are thunderstorms in my area, and my stream froze for just a second, so if I disappear...
Ooh, okay, I'll
the stream's in your hands, Jim. You got this.
I'll do my best. So Weff actually taking the time to go through here. This is rough. This is very difficult.
Hello, cat. My cat Mip has some things to say for the stream. Yeah.
Let not the cat be silenced.
Hi, Mip. Really?
Elevator keycard. So that might actually be a relevant piece of progression.
Could be.
Weff taking a look at the map, trying to decide where to go. I think he has, in fact, forgotten that he has present access.
No, I had faith in you.
Yep, checking the map.
Weff!
So the built-in tracker for this game is absolutely amazing. Probably the best piece of quality of life I have seen in almost any randomizer ever.
Please.
It shows you what locations are in logic. And if Weff had tabbed over to the present map, he would have seen that the present has stuff that's in logic for him.
No, he's gonna do Canteran!
Oh.
Which is right along.
No! At least he has double jump. It's not as bad as it could be.
Yeah. And Colossal Blade Plus.
Yeah,
we'll make short work of him.
Here. This is a endgamey boss location, though. Canteran has, what, like 4K, 4.5K health? This is not an easy fight.
He's probably one of the last things that you fight before going to the true end.
Colossal Blade doing a lot of good work, though. Very impressive.
Weff!
Nope, he's going for all them
Flip
onesie
to the
twosies.
present! Flip to the present, Weff! Press the wrong shoulder button. Just once, and you'll see.
But he does have the Oculus Ring, so now he's going to go for all those backtracky checks that he missed, which means he's going to be on par with Aero in terms of combat capability, right? Like, I think Aero might have a few levels on Weff, since Aero's been fighting a few more enemies on the way, but Weff will have access to pretty much all the same tools.
Yes. AeroRaiser is hot on Weff's heels, though, despite that death early to the twins. They're still covering the same distance, and I wouldn't say AeroRaiser is impossibly behind at all.
No, in
yet.
fact, if Weff keeps going back for all of these checks, these are checks that AeroRaiser's already made. He's not seeing anything new. We know he's not going to get any relevant progression from any of these things.
Yes. And what if AeroRaiser instantly remembers the wheel and spindle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that spindle, actually, the spindle that AeroRaiser just got, that's going to open up some options for AeroRaiser that Weff is refusing to take advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have Eternal Crown and Eternal Coat almost there. No good accessories yet.
Weff, come on! No! Weff! It's like he can't hear me.
It's almost like that. Oh, he's gonna go check the rest of the pyramid!
Weff!
He truly believes.
Well, if it's here, that'd be amazing.
It's right, it would be, but this is what AeroRaiser needs, right? AeroRaiser coming in a little bit behind from Weff, since Weff had some of that earlier advantage. But AeroRaiser has a lot more of these, onesie twosie checks already checked. So he's not going to have to backtrack and get these.
Yeah. Weff almost failed the light wall skip, but got it. Please don't die. Weff, don't die. Okay.
Found a berry, alright. Good. Only one more check in the pyramid, so what's Weff gonna do after that?
Weff, please look at the present map. Please look at the present map. I am trying to communicate to you with my brain.
So, AeroRaiser has...
Key card.
What do you find? What do you find?
A key card.
Hey, oh no.
What if it is Zarian Spot?
Right?
Weff.
Weff checking to see if he has the gas mask despite his tracker.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. He spotted it. Okay. And now he is in the present.
Mm-hmm. Finally.
So this is going to open up a lot. Both of them going to the present at exactly the same time.
Oh, look at this!
With almost the exact same progression.
Mm-hmm.
No elevator key card for AeroRaiser because that was in regret.
Right. And also the A key card at the start of the pyramid. And there's the water mask.
Oh boy. Alright, well that's going to open up a bunch of backtracking too.
Uh-huh.
No tablet for either of them yet, so there's a bunch of checks here in the library that they might have to backtrack to later on.
Yeah. Probably gonna go back through sewers and clear out the left side of present because they did clear the vines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so heading towards the Lake Desolation area seems like a good choice here.
Go for boot spot.
Mm-hmm. Without the D card, they can't go check out the elevators anyway, so left from here is kind of Weff's only option.
Well, they did just get the water mask, so the places they couldn't swim would also be an option. But they're already here, and it's already cleared for them. And they have Oculus, they have all the vines done, they got double jump. There's nothing over here that would be abandoned.
Right. Yeah, so this is
So
a good move. This is a lot, it's very check dense, right? It's a lot of checks in a short-ish amount of time because they're all so close to each other. And, for both of them, they are just one gear away. So, more progression on Weff's side or not, if the gear is just here, they're within 20 seconds of each other.
AeroRaiser still doesn't have the mysterious beacon, though.
Oh, where was that mysterious beacon?
I don't remember. It was so early.
Oh, it was in the royal room. It was in Mom's room.
Pink.
Okay, so I take it back. If the gear is just here, this is weffjebster's race to win or lose as he sees fit.
As he so may see fit.
So AeroRaiser. Oh no! So AeroRaiser's gonna have to do some backtracking, and I'm not sure when he's going to decide to do that. On top of all of the other backtracking he has available to him, right? He has a water mask. So there's a lot of different places he could go if he wants to just go to the past and start checking random checks.
Yeah, and they're better options than going to the royal room. I would say it's a bad choice for AeroRaiser, despite knowing that it's a good one.
I would
but in the
meantime,
think he would be silly going there if we didn't know what it is there.
Yeah, well, the commentator curse, knowledge is sometimes a curse.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we have AeroRaiser following very closely behind
Gas mask?
in Weff's footsteps. Whew, yet another extremely long side check that you could go do if you really wanted to.
Oh man. Especially
Think
since
it's got the gear?
you've done the upper already, so it's just that extra chest drop.
Yeah, it would be a boss fight and then a longish run to go get those 2 chests. So definitely better places to go before doing that.
Not going all the way for the secret room, going into Zarian Caves. We do have
Wes
the A
forgotten
key.
that he has the Oculus ring?
It's a long walk for one check.
I suppose that's true. And he might feel like he's behind, you know? He's been kind of all over the place. He spent a couple of minutes forgetting that the present existed. So he might want to just, you know, I gotta gamble. I gotta move quickly. I gotta go to the places that I think my opponent's not going to go.
Yeah.
And if you know, that one check is the one that matters, then I'll just lose.
AeroRaiser's checking it.
Yeah.
AeroRaiser's gonna see what Wef missed. Okay.
All right, well...
It's a good orb, but it's not
It is a good orb. I am also a Forbidden Tome enjoyer. I'm one of those rare gun orb enjoyers, so any ranged option just feels really good to me.
Can I stand over here and kill the thing over there?
Yeah, right?
I don't want to get anywhere near that thing. No, thank you.
Exactly.
Alright.
So we have AeroRaiser still continuing to check the parts of Desolation that he missed, which, as we have seen, Arrow does tend to be thorough, so this is on brand.
We got a save scum on Wef's side because there's nothing in that little short detour in Zarian Caves.
A very neat piece of tech, and with the Oculus Ring shenanigans, one that is falling a little bit out of favor, I think. I've run the numbers, you could say. And it's actually really, really close. You lose like maybe 3 seconds no matter what you do.
AeroRaiser going to probably kill the Maw?
Yeah, all right. AeroRaiser got that gas mask and is like, well, I know what progression means. Progression means you follow the progression. And has immediately gone to the Maw location.
Just follow the clues.
Remember the clue.
This
Very
is
curious to see what he finds
wild seed.
Really is. And we're going to get a preview of whatever is at the Golden Idol location, which was the Cantor and boss fight, right? Which I don't think either of them has completed yet. We saw it on AeroRaiser's side, and AeroRaiser made the, I think, smart decision to not go back into it.
Gotta watch carefully, because it's quite fast, and our runners are skipping through that cutscene. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Too fast.
Yep. So we have Wef taking, oh my god, that buzzsaw. Wef taking a dad light at the Zarian spot.
Yep, this is Emperor Nubius.
Yeah, not my favorite kind of enemy to find in a late game boss fight. But the Eye Orb, combined with the Shadow Seal, just doing incredible amounts of damage. Just
that might be progression. That might be progression.
The chain of like going to the A key card to fight Zarian, to get the Merchant Crow, to fight Ravenlord eventually.
But they don't have lab access.
That's true, they still don't have lab access. I don't think they're gonna get lab access.
I kind of hope they don't. Like, that would mean
I think it's gonna be one of those seeds.
That'd be quite a detour.
If I think I am cursing Arrow. Yeah, right. I think I am cursing Arrow when I say this, but I'm kind of expecting the last gear to be in the elevator towers, to be gated behind that regret elevator key card. But we'll see where they go. Arrow definitely still needs to go get that mysterious beacon, regardless of whether or not he finds the elevator key card. So.
Yep, and Wef's coming back through and getting that hidden chest.
Yep. AeroRaiser going for Siren's Cave as his first backtrack here.
Alright.
Following the water mask. I guess second backtrack.
Nope, nothing. There was nothing in the other water either. We forgot to mention when they picked it up, but the Shadow Seal is one of the best rings you can get for damage. And it works by however many health points you are missing. That will scale your damage quite a bit.
Galaxy earrings, cool.
Oh, might as well.
Yeah, right? Not a lot of accessory options, so, you know, it doesn't hurt to gain some quick levels on the eye orb.
Because we're also playing with the boosted galaxy earrings. So they give plus 15 instead of, or plus 16. Siren's Cave Warp.
Okay, so the modern warp beacon was gated by the water mask, which was in the library. So wheel and spindle warp was in fact the intended progression. Both of them finding it at the same time. I actually really like AeroRaiser's routing here, like picking up the gas mask and going back to the Maw, but then progressing from the Maw, kind of following that natural loop and checking out the Siren's Cave and checking out not Bat Ledge, but the breakable wall near there, and then following that into Waterfall. Like, it's all a very natural kind of flow without a lot of warping around and backtracking.
Yeah.
AeroRaiser now in the present, checking the present version of the Siren's Caves. Upper Caves of Banish? Upper Sealed Caves?
Upper Sealed Caves.
Upper Sealed Caves. There's like Siren's Caves and sewers and a lot of different terminology floating around for what is always the same place.
I think
Good use of time stop, though.
Yeah, the tricky part is that there's 2 warps that are called the Sealed Caves, or the Caves of Banishment. You just have to know which one you're talking about. Weff following in... Nope. There you go. Following in the footsteps.
Interesting that he got here via the warp. This is normally, if you don't get here via the warp beacon specifically, this is only accessible if you have the elevator keycard. So this is a fascinating check here.
But Weff can take the elevator up.
Yes.
And Arrow can't.
That's true. That is a little bit of an advantage for Weff if he decides to go back that way. AeroRaiser would be starting from the library. Oh, still no D card. Yeah, so there's no other way through there.
No, but they have the B key card. So Weff can look through the Zarian Tower a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Not
Weff can, in fact...
Varndegroth Tower. Varndegroth Tower.
Yeah, Varndegroth Tower. Still no laser gate, so we can't get past the military hangar, which is the other thing that the B key card would be for. Man, what a nail biter. A lot of it does still hit. Like, remember, like as close as they look, like they're all over the place. They have very similar progression. AeroRaiser still doesn't have a way into the pyramid. So as
Not
close as it looks,
Not going into Zarian though.
He doesn't have the A key card.
Right.
I don't even remember where that was found. Was that in the pyramid too?
Yes, that was the I would say reverse regret because they had the other warp.
Right.
The why not? It's right there, but actually no, it's not right there.
It's really not right there. Well, Arrow checking the other areas of Lake Desolation. Oh, going for the captain's chests, since he did unlock those. By killing whoever was in the mall location. So this is good. These are a couple of checks that Weff hasn't gotten yet. Weff now in the elevator towers, which only he has access to.
Ah, darn.
Yeah, icicle ring.
Nothing good for Arrow.
Yeah, this could have something for Weff, and Arrow would be tens of minutes behind, right? Arrow needs to make the decision to go to check Mom's room, and then make the decision to go check Regret, and then make the decision to go check the elevator towers. Like, if this has the last gear, Arrow's in real trouble.
Yeah.
But nothing yet for Weff. I think Weff has found another laser gate, I think, on his journeys here. I'm not sure if that was here specifically or if that was somewhere else.
I blinked and I missed it. I think it was somewhere around here.
I think it was here. I feel like I flatter myself. I feel like I would have noticed if he had gotten it earlier.
Of course you would have noticed.
Right, of course. Yeah, I'm very good at noticing things. My chat knows that's not true.
Yeah, the comments of early benevolence in randomizer seeds should never be trusted.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, he's at least spotted. AeroRaiser has at least spotted that he hasn't gone back for the for Mom's room yet. So that might be his next step.
He's going. He's going.
Okay. All right. Good. That'll put him at least closer to on par with Weff. Although he does have a lot of checks to make that haven't really paid off. Like Weff going a lot of places and finding a whole lot of nothing. What was that? Was that D?
No, it was something not important.
He waffled about it for a second, right? Did you see that? He kind
I
of
think it was lab coat.
maybe. Okay,
Looked like white.
hard to
Oh
see.
God,
there it is.
it's
Yup.
over.
It's over. So that is the so AeroRaiser's path now that he finally has the mysterious warp beacon is he needs to go to get the elevator key card out
In
of
regret.
Out of regret. Yep.
Then go to Varndegroth's tower
With no
and-
C card.
with no C card and get it from that one area. That's not. Unfortunately for Aero, that's just not happening. And almost final boots. I got half of what I wanted.
Yeah. Penultimate boots. Penultimate boots is good.
Penultimate boots is okay. I'm okay with this.
God, look at that Irene go.
AeroRaiser is going through the pyramid.
Okay, so AeroRaiser may be making all the right calls now that he's finally picked up the warp beacon. But I don't know that that's going to be
hard for him to go to the towers without much.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, AeroRaiser's going to be checking out the rest of the pyramid here, right? There's no way he gets this elevator key card and is immediately like, I know where I should be.
And we have Prince Nuvius, who's a slightly easier version of the Emperor. He just doesn't have one of the harder to dodge attacks, so short work will be made of that, and that's it. Let's have exclamation points in chat for weffjebster having a final race time of, what was it?
38-19.
38-19? 37-40.
Oh, no, you said it. 37-40, yeah.
37-40.
Arrow has, in fact, forfeited now that he's seen the position that he's in.
Yeah. Oh. Hello, Weff. How about that?
How about that required regret?
That regret.
I'm assuming the regret was required. I don't know where D-card was.
So far.
We don't know where D-card is either.
Yeah, I can generate a spoiler real quick.
Yeah, yes, please. Tell us where the D key card is.
I think the D card is sitting right next to that last laser gate in Emperor's Towers.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I have regrets about my routing.
Yeah, because you went to regret.
Well, I mean, but it was required. So.
Yeah.
So Weff, how about that wheel and spindle?
No, that was all calculated. It just.
Oh.
I have never heard of the sunk cost fallacy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still laughing at that keycard just now. It's like I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is also required.
I figured. I was like, all right, this is gonna lead me right.
So, the final gear is in Varnderoth's tower on like the left side.
Yeah, I was sitting here like.
It's in the keycard required room on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was sitting there like, as soon as I got that key card, I'm like, oh, this is probably required. I'm like, all right, I'm either a few seconds ahead or massively behind. And then the finish, I'm like, okay, there we go.
Darn it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So I
last location the beacon -1 boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I last location the beacon. I didn't go back for purple room, for pink room.
It was actually really interesting to watch both of you because there were quite a few points where you were literally side by side. You did this in Lake Desolation, you did this near the Maw Cave, and in both points it's like, oh wow, they're really close to each other. If they find the gear, it's going to be like a 20-second race. Oh wait, AeroRaiser doesn't have the beacon yet.
Nope.
Yeah, that was pretty huge.
Nope.
I felt like that was really big.
Yeah, the moment I grabbed that beacon, I'm like, oh, this decides it.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, who is ahead?
I felt like when I got Royal Ring, I was like, okay, cool. I can get pink in stride. And then when I saw the mysterious warp beacon there, I was like, okay, cool. I have to follow this. And then I got elevator key card at regret, and I was like, okay. And I did like one check, and I was like, you know what? No. So I light wall skipped to the left side of pyramid, forgetting that you can just warp out.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And the A card was in Why Not? It's like right there.
Oh.
And so I followed that for a while.
Oh, I was actually, I don't know. Hold on, let me make sure Is it where I went? Yeah, I did the warp to immediately follow that elevator card.
Yeah,
but I didn't. Like I said, outside of not fighting Ravenlord, because we saw that was the cancer.
I fought him. Oh, I fought
I
him.
did. I saw that and I'm like, nope, nope. And then I got I+,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, I could fight it if I go back through now.
Yeah, I came back with Colossal Blade Plus, and I was like, okay, what do you have?
Yeah.
I thought about doing just Colossal Blade. I was like, nope. But yeah,
Oh,
as
weird
soon
seed.
as this seed
Weird-
was funny. The seed was funny.
Yeah.
Well,
it was-
I did say in the race time room, I called something on regret chest. It just.
Yep.
And now you regret it.
Why did I bring that into the world?
Like I grabbed it. And I grabbed the elevator card. I'm like, oh, this is
So-
funny. But then I looked at my map and I was like, I've done everything but Ravenlord, which means, uh-oh.
So, it's not just you, AeroRaiser. I also cursed this seed because I wanted something required in regret, and I got my wish.
Mm-hmm.
You did it. Yeah. So a
The
lot of
only thing I want-
fascinating routing.
Yeah, the only thing I would have been sad about is if that elevator keycard led to nothing and it was just on Ravenlord the whole time. That's when I would have been sad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there was a ton of interesting routing. I think like a lot of really cool decisions made, when to go where, whether to be more thorough, etc., etc. And it really feels like the biggest decision was Weff going left at the start and picking up that royal ring, making it easier to check Mom's room, kind of right on the critical path.
Yeah, like I went left, but only left enough to get to the warp spot, and then I was
Yeah.
like, and then I doubled back.
Which
Yeah, I
is
was
not
like,
a bad
well,
decision.
It's like,
No, I that's my typical open with these settings as it's been. That's been my typical open. Go left, get the warp point, then go back. If my opening gives me vertical, then I'll continue left.
Mhm.
And like it did this time, but I was like,
yeah.
But
In
the seat did
Inferno.
give you, but the seat did give you everything to go left. You got Jen, you got double jump. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the seat gave you everything to go left immediately.
Yes. Weff, did you generate the spoiler log?
I did.
Where was the D key card?
Inaccessible.
Oh,
And I'll
okay.
tell you why, because it's quite funny.
Okay.
We have a laser access in Military Fortress,
Oh, well.
Great.
and C card at Experiment 13,
Oh,
and D card at Varney.
Aw.
okay.
Okay, so basically there was nothing else left for us to do in the seat after elevator,
Yeah.
so we basically full cleared. Okay,
Pretty
much.
thanks.
This,
Yeah.
this
Thanks,
was
game.
everything.
Yep.
This was a forced jet seat. There was no way of getting around it. It's like, no, you're
You are
forced
going to
have the
finish fast,
seat.
and you're going to like it.
Yeah, I think at the rate I was, I think I would have been done in probably 3-4-ish minutes.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
That sounds about right. If you had made all the right decisions after finding the elevator keycard, I think that would have taken you about that much time.
Yeah, because I found the elevator key card, went straight back to the sealed case warp. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't have the D key card, but who needs it when I have this warp?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, that was actually a really fun seed to watch because there was a lot of back and forth and just interesting syncing up here and there.
Yeah, very cool race. I'd actually recommend both of you go back and watch this for the side by
I
side.
I usually go back and watch the races, so definitely will.
Weff, I apologize for how much I yell at you about going to the present.
Listen, again, I have never heard of the sunk cost fallacy in my life.
Never. What is it again?
I don't know.
couldn't tell you.
All right.
Speaking of which, good luck with your next round, Wef. You're gonna need it.
Good luck with yours. It's against Urza,
Ooh.
last year's
Is it?
second place finisher.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
luck to both
doomed.
of you.
Yeah, we're both in trouble.
Weff, who are you
Okay,
going
well,
up against? Was
I'm
it
going up against Bodhi.
Yeah.
the creator of
So
the game?
Ref is up against Lunar Ray Games, aka Bodhi, which is the creator of the game, and no slouch at the randomizer either.
Person that
Not
knocked
at
me out
all.
of the tournament last year.
AeroRaiser, I think you're not going up against Urza. You're going up against whoever loses in the Batty Mass versus Lady Bun matchup that's
Oh.
still scheduled.
Oh, I do.
So, that I have a bit of a conflicting thought here. It's like, I want Batty to do well, but Batty's also a friend, so I kind of want to race him.
Yeah, I mean, both of those runners we know to be very good. Lady Bun
Yeah.
showing a great showing against the last year's second place Urza MTG, and Batty Mass speedrunner of the game. So I think that match is going to be amazing to watch, as is Wef's upcoming match against Lunar Ray Games. So there's plenty of really good matches coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was great. This is great.
This was really fun.
I wish literally if there was what I really wanted was something at Zarian. I wanted it to matter so much.
I mean, we technically fought Zarian.
Like,
I wanted it to be behind.
Well, do we call it a
Ravenlord's
fight?
spot,
All
yeah.
I did was spam light wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't have anything else at the time.
I
just
I
spammed light wall.
just wanted the A card in Why Not It's right there after doing the pyramid backwards to matter.
And then it gave you the Merchant Crow, so
Yeah.
I was hoping then it was over in the lab in the Ravenlord spot.
Yeah,
and it
I
was just-
literally was like, I'm going to follow this A card until it kills me, and then I ran out of things to do. So
Yep.
Yep, I found something I found unfortunate is as soon as we started, I saw Shattered Orb and I was like, ooh, I like this orb. Then I saw the minus and I'm like, oh, this is about to suck for the next 15 minutes.
Then you got Jin Inferno.
yeah, we
Yeah,
had
even with
Jin.
Jin Inferno,
They
the
didn't have-
early game options were poor
Blade
Yeah.
Plus was pretty early.
for you.
Oh, because I went left. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my first plus was Eye Orb, and I was like, I'm just sticking with this the entire time.
Yeah,
Between using Eye and Radiant for swapping was pretty good against most bosses, so...
Yeah, you checking the golden idol location and seeing Cantor in there and the ones popping up from hitting him with the
I was like,
Shattered
okay,
Orb
that's
was
like,
oh,
look at my
no.
orbs. I'm like, can I do more damage? And I'm like, I'm gonna try it once, and then if I die, I'm just leaving. Died and
Yeah.
left.
Definitely the right call.
Not today.
It's like, nope.
Nope. Alright, cool. I think we'll wrap it up here. Unless there's anything else anyone else wants to say.
No, that was pretty good. GG's. That was a
GG's.
that was
Good
a fun
going.
seed. It forced us to be fast, which is unfortunate on my end because when it comes to me and randos, usually the worse the seed is, the better I do in a race.
I feel that.
yeah. All I want to say is GG's. This was one heck of a seed.
This was a seed. I'm still
and-
cracking up over that elevator keycard. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
We have
Man.
a bunch of races left this week.
We got a lot of
There's a
races
lot of
coming up.
I need to sign up for at least one of
I
them.
think
for
we have several
comms.
tomorrow.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
look
I
forward
will
to that.
see
And
y'all later. GG.
say goodnight to everyone. See you in the next one.
Really quick, let me just do some shout outs.
Okay.
Definitely follow our runners. We've got links to their Twitch in chat. And a big thank you to Speedgaming Live for hosting this tournament series.
Yes,
thank you
thank
for
you
having us
so
here.
much.
We love it.
We have been adopted by them. All right.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time with speed gaming over the next few months. I've got this one, and then right as this one's wrapping up, Metroid Prime 2 is kicking in, and I'm in that. So
Oh no.
we got a lot of I got a lot of time with speed gaming here.
Nice. Action packed.
Action packed. Rest is for later.
All right. Well, that's it
Indeed.
from me. So, Llama, take it
Yeah.
away.
All right.
Later.
Well, again, thank you all for showing up, and we will see you in the next one.